Buenos días, chicas. Hoy voy a practicar español. He empezado a aprender español en agosto, pero no soy muy buena. El español es muy difícil. Estoy estudiando en Buenos Aires a intercambio y hablar español es muy importante para hacer amigos y hablar con la gente de aquí. La gente habla muy rápida, es muy difícil y el español en Argentina es muy diferente que el español de España o Chile. Esta semana voy a usar español en mi vida diaria, like daily life, en universidad. Vámonos. So I actually learned Spanish using an amazing service called Lingoda. I also used them to learn conversational German when I studied abroad in Berlin. I literally can't describe how much I love them. They're this insane, intensive 2-month course where you have a class every day or every other day with a native speaker in a small group online class. If you complete every class, you get up to 100% of your money back, and it's just so high quality. It gets you from 0 to, in my case, being able to speak and understand a fair bit. This video is so kindly sponsored by Lingoda, but I'll talk more about them later. Tengo una clase de psicología cognitiva. Creo que será divertido. Adiós. Adiós. ¿Te gusta Buenos Aires?
¿A mí?
Sí.
Sí, yo nací acá, así que sí, la conozco, me gusta mucho. Es muy linda ciudad.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué te gusta Buenos Aires?
Me gusta Buenos Aires por su gente, por su arquitectura.
Sí, su gente, muy amigable.
Muy amigable, muy amable,
sí,
muy generosa. Está quedando un poco cara para los argentinos.
Cara.
Para los que vivimos acá.
¿Cara? ¿Qué es cara?
Muy costosa.
Costosa. No entiendo.
Vivir en Buenos Aires es caro.
Caro.
Mucho...
Sí. Expensive. Yeah. Y la economía está no bien.
No está del todo bien, pero está mejorando de a poquito. Los argentinos estamos todos locos, así que acá mucho trabajo.
Un poco loco, pero
Bastante.
Pero me gusta todos la gente. Look who it is! It's Jenny! It's so cool to have someone from the UK around again. In Buenos Aires. Look at this pizza, all vegan. Muy rico. Hello friends, so I was just going over some Spanish vocab. I make myself flashcards of common words that I see in the city, that I translate, that I hear a lot, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to remember this because this is commonly used. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly talk about lingoda. Lingoda is so good because, like, yes, you can learn a language just through looking at vocabulary, through doing flashcards, but what's so good about lingoda is they have this sprint model, like it's intensive. You sign up to have a class every day or every other day for 2 months, which is a lot, it is, but you actually learn the language because you have to go in and have conversations with people. You learn from a native speaking teacher. They have lots of fun activities to learn vocabulary. What's really cool about it too, because it's online, is that it's flexible. So you can take your class at any time that suits you within the day. I have a lot of friends who are doing the lingoda sprint while at university right now, and they can schedule classes around university lectures. It's so good. So here we go. Say I'm on chapter 12, I can navigate public transport in Spanish. There's all these breakdowns, so there's a lesson on types of transport, common prepositions in Spanish, and then like a big language check at the end of the chapter. Bam, I want to book one on Monday, 4 p.m. Does that work with my schedule? Yes. Bam, and then you just click book and you're booked in. I fully understand that lingoda is expensive, like it is a commitment, but the beauty is if you go to every single class you can get up to 100% of your money back, so it is worth it, like if you're serious about learning a language. And if you use my code UnJaded, you can actually get a little discount. Go enjoy learning a language. Gracias. Y pagar después? To be able to do your laundry, you've got to nail a few key words. Lavar is to wash, secar is to dry, pagar is to pay, and después means after. So it's like you pay after when you get your laundry back. Oh, and ahoy, ahoy is today, so get it back today. 15 horas or 3 horas de la tarde. What's afternoon? Cut this, I need to find out what afternoon is. Jugo de naranja para llevar. 6.50. Gracias. Hi guys, so I am feeling stressed. I have 3 assignments due this week, which is a lot. Like 2 essays of 2,500 words, and another is a tutorial lesson plan where I'm basically teaching a class on a topic of interest in the module that we're doing right now. And I just wanted to speak to what an added challenge it is to live in a place where you don't speak the language, the main language, in times where you're feeling stressed and you've got a lot to do. Like when my brain feels this overwhelmed, I just want to be able to go outside, go to the shop, buy a vegan snack, maybe wander around to a new area, allow myself to get lost in the city. But when you don't know the language, it's just so much harder to do those things. Like going to a new shop and having to translate all the ingredients to try and find if things are vegan. Reading bus timetables in Spanish in order to find where I can go to my destination. When I first got here, things like setting up a gym membership or speaking to the waiters in restaurants, like everything is just more challenging when you don't speak the language. And I think in general I'm very privileged because around the world so many people make an effort to speak English, so this is not something that I have to often worry about. For me, that's also why it's so important to make an effort to learn at least a bit of the language of the place that you're in order just to feel more comfortable, to be able to have a chat with the random people that you meet. I think language also contributes to how at home I feel in a place. Being able to engage with the local language makes you feel less of an outsider. So yes, we love language learning, but it is another thing to think about on top of everything else. I just had class and then I had a 1-hour meeting. I'm not letting myself get too stressed. I'm just working methodically through the work. it'll get done. I have this motto in times of stress, and it'll happen. That assignment, it'll happen because it has to. Like, the deadline is coming, so I will make it happen. There's no point in stressing. I just put it in my Google Calendar and just do it, and it'll happen. Hola! Ahora voy a comer oh my god, I was gonna say avec, that's French. Con the student life team at my university. They're such an incredible team, and I can't wait to discuss more about Argentina with them and where I should be going in the city and just catch up with them, get to know them more. Vámonos! Oh, wow, the authentic empanadas. Thank you, Violetta. Wow, it just looks so aesthetic. I feel so happy today. It's just a good day. Today is one of those days where I walked along the street and I really felt this concept of casual magic that I always talk about. The idea that the meaning of life is finding beauty in the most mundane moments of every day. I swear I was just noticing everything. Like, there were these two little kids just playing on the street and the mum was like kind of watching them and just laughing. Most of the day's been really cloudy, and then all of a sudden the sky broke open into blue and the sun was just popping through, and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. Seeing little dogs and just being like, oh, I love dogs. Appreciating when I get to a traffic light and it just happens to turn green like the second I arrive, and being like, oh, it just feels like it was made for me. Thanks, universe. Today I feel in that mindset. Also, in the theme of Spanish, when I'm walking around the city, I try to remember vocabulary for things I'm seeing. Little things like trees or buildings, dogs, kids. Like, I'll remember the word for daughter and son. And that's advice that I'd give for learning a language, is to try and use your vocabulary in your everyday life, because then you're more likely to make more associations and connections, which is a concept called far transfer. So you're like transferring the knowledge into new situations, which just makes it more likely to stay in your brain. It reminds you how useful languages are. Like, you can apply it every day, even when you're just finding your casual magic in the street. Today is my roommate Ha's birthday, so we're going for a celebratory dinner, and it's gonna be good. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear heart. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
This is very not pretty.
This cafe is so cute. I'm in Sao Tome for the first time. Guys, this is so cool. So one night a year is the famous night at the museums, and I swear I have never seen Buenos Aires so busy. It was like midnight and everywhere was just so alive. All the museums are free for the night. Night at the museum. You can go visit them, they have big exhibitions on, people queue for ages to get in. And my friend Violetta goes to the best high school in Argentina, one of the oldest buildings. And it's so beautiful, it's basically a museum. And so that night she toured us round, we went and saw some of the exhibitions, we watched musicians perform. And if you know me, you know that I love a library, so of course we went to go see it. It was such a fun night, but I definitely had to practice my Spanish because obviously all the exhibitions were just in Spanish. Gracias por ver mi video. Suscríbete para ver más videos. Adiós.